Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of your favorite food podcast. Put it in my mouth.
Put it in my mouth.
Put it in my mouth.
Okay.
I'm Lala.
I'm Judith.
You're here. Every time you show up, I'm just like, yes.
I mean,
she's here.
That's the least I could do.
I'm grateful. Every time. Otherwise, it'd just be me and a guest, and I'd be bored. So thanks.
You're welcome.
Funny that we have been best friends for how we were just discussing this.
Yeah.
How many years?
Some years.
Since we were 19 and now we're 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found out about your like obsessive love for beans. Okay, so this past weekend, we were judging a barbecue competition. How did I not ever know this? This is so fucking dumb.
It's so embarrassing.
Is it? Do you think
No. I mean, it's dumb. Okay, what?
we were judging this barbecue competition called Rib King because I don't know if you people at home know this, but we are highly esteemed food personalities. And
Janet.
And so yeah, we were judging.
I was the plus one. I wasn't judging.
Well, you were helping me judge because we're very good at
holding
judging.
napkins.
Yeah, we're very good at judging. And so, yes, Rib King. It happens every year. This guy, Jimmy, puts it on. He does Brisket King, Rib King. And I think there was like 15 pit masters. So we went and we had to have a rib from each
one.
Each place. And my God, by the time we hit halfway,
I was in a really good way.
Well,
wait, who won?
Oh, Empire Barbecue.
Okay.
Shout out Benny. Yes. And Smoke Sweats came in second just like last year. I know. So the rivalry is still strong.
It's still strong.
Still strong. So anyway, how did this bean thing come up?
A handful of the rib people had like sides, right?
Right, yeah.
One of them had no, it was the hot honey. They had like baked beans. But like,
Mike's Hot Honey. Okay, yes, Kevin, Kitchen Time Kev, that's his Instagram, shout out Kev. He did a side of beans with his Mike's Hot Honey rib.
Right, but it was really just, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but like, it was just beans out of the can, I feel like.
Well, I don't know.
But it was fucking delicious.
Let us know, Kev.
And I guess I had never told you, or maybe I've never told anybody. I love baked beans so much. They're so basic, but they're so good.
Yeah, you went into this like reverie and like you...
I don't know what it is. It's like the sweet and the savory and like, I don't know. It's sort of junk foody, right? I mean, it's like lots of sugar in it. I don't know. I love baked beans so much.
Yeah.
And they'll be at work at family meal, but it's like, you're supposed to have like a couple of beans on your salad. And I'm like, I have a whole like a pint container of beans. Yeah, I love them so much. And second favorite beans is refried beans. Ooh,
right, which I also didn't know. I do love
right out of the fucking can. Man, just give it to me. Give it with a spoon.
They can be so good. And I just had no idea about this.
I really love beans.
There's a saying about beans, Judith. I don't know if you know it.
I mean, they're healthy. I mean, not the sugar.
No, they are good for you. Yeah,
sure.
Before all the maple syrup or the whatever.
But that's what makes baked beans so good.
See, I think that's why I don't like baked beans. I don't like sweet. I love refried beans. Hell yes. But if they add too much sweet, it's like the same with barbecue. I don't want it to be one note. Like I need...
No. There needs to be layers.
Yeah, like my perfect rib needs to be like a little crispy, a little fatty, a little spicy, a little sweet. Yeah, it has to have all the things.
Yeah. The crumble on the rib.
That's what the winner did. Yeah, he had that like cornbread jalapeno crumble situation that really took it over the edge. Yeah. But also just the cook on the ribs was great. You know, his texture was perfect. Anthony also killed it.
I should have eaten before we did this.
I know, now I'm getting so hungry.
I'd like to eat a rib.
But it was super fun judging. I really would like to judge any food competition.
Yeah.
If you're having one at your house, call me.
We're judgy and we like food.
Your food. I'll eat it. I'll judge it. It doesn't have to be a real thing. Just call me and I'll come over.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, great. Want to talk about it now?
No. Maybe we can have parties where
we judge people? God, that's
food.
My dream job.
Food, dummy.
Judge. Food. Okay.
I mean, we could later judge the people who came to the judging food party.
Obviously. Yeah.
I just gave it away, though.
Oh, we shouldn't let them know. Anyway, let's bring on our guest. Speaking of beans.
What beans?
I mean, you'll see why.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like a secret as to who's sitting right next to you. But today in the building, we have a female culinary badass. She was recently awarded 2 stars from the New York Times.
2? New York Times?
Yeah, she's cooked in Michelin-starred kitchens. I mean, she's had people lining up at her pop-ups. She is bringing back ancestral flavors with a vengeance. She ditched LA for New York City. Candace loves that. She is Chef Yara Herrera. Hi, Chef.
Hello. Hi, guys. How are you?
Do you like the hype monster?
I love it. Yeah. Extra exciting.
She always comes up with the best, hype line.
Yeah.
I don't even use
like,
Chat GTP.
What? It's all honesty.
I've had half of her soccer and I already can't speak. Yeah. I mean, I love to hype y'all up. Why not? That's what I'm here for.
Every girl needs that.
Yes.
Everybody needs that.
Yo, Yara, what coast is the best coast?
Are we jumping right into this?
West Coast is the best coast. The East Coast is the beast coast.
Oh, okay. Now who's rhyming?
Okay, she's showing love
I know some rhymes,
to
yeah.
hip hop and the coasts.
Add that to the hype intro.
You're from LA. Do you think you'll ever go back?
I would like to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I'm back there, I'm like, wow, everyone talks like me. And
do you feel like you speak differently than people?
A little bit. I think there's like some slang that you grow up with, that you forget when you don't hear it anymore, and then you're back and it just like all comes back. You're like, oh, I used to say that word foo.
I mean, you read East Coast to me, but knowing,
really?
I mean, you very much read both.
Okay.
It's weird because, I lived in LA for 22 years and people are always like, oh, you have that LA vibe. And I don't know if it's just because I have blonde hair or what, but people are really like, no, you give that off. Like you have like the badass edge of like a New Yorker.
Really?
Brooklyn specifically, maybe?
Yeah. So, you're pulling it off.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a chef, but it started off that you didn't want to be a chef.
I never wanted to be a chef, no.
You grew up in LA in the Valley, right? I saw you're an 818 phone number.
Yes, 818-323.
Judith and I originally had 818. We moved to LA together. And
you gave it up?
Yeah.
No.
Well, we shared. Do you remember this?
We did. We shared
a cell phone. It was so early in the cell phone.
It was a brick.
Yeah, and we shared it.
We shared it. Yeah, we did.
Were you guys BlackBerry girls or?
I never had a BlackBerry.
No.
Our first phone was like from Sprint. I remember we went to the Northridge Mall.
We went to the mall.
And we went
to the Northridge Mall?
Yeah, we went to Northridge.
That was my
Cal State
mall.
Northridge. And we went to like the Sprint kiosk. It was like a little kiosk and we got a phone and it was like a big ass phone. You had to put the antenna up. Remember that? And we got an 818 number. I did eventually ditch it for 323.
I used to work at that mall when I was in culinary school.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Where did you work?
I worked at Urban Outfitters.
Oh,
and
yes!
I also worked at Hot Topic.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Wow.
That's a discount. Either one of those that I would have killed for.
They were like the only 2 cool places that you could work at in that mall. Honestly.
I don't remember there being an Urban Outfitters in the Northridge Mall, but maybe it was after our time.
I think it was after.
Old. Yeah.
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 What a time. Okay, so you originally didn't want to be a chef. You thought you were going to be a social worker?
I wanted to be a social worker.
But who knows what they want to do in high school?
Specifically for orphan kids. I know that sounds really cute.
That's special.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I had like this big like feeling that I had to like help people or something, So I was trying to get into San Francisco State. And in that route, I had to take multiple elective classes, to get points for college, blah-de-blah-de. And I ended up having to take a home ec class for extra credit. And I had a really cool lady chef teacher. Her name was Miss Frederick. Shout out to Miss Frederick.
Thank you, Miss Frederick.
Yeah.
And she was just like so tough and just had really cool like dance goes all the time, like different ones. She was like always in
You were drawn in by the shoes.
Yeah, I was like, her shoe game goes hard. How do I do that?
I want to do what she's doing.
Yeah, I want to know what she's doing. And she would just like tell me stories or share with the class her career, things that she did. She was like, there were knives. One time I took apart like a peacock and we would like reassemble it at the table. Maybe it wasn't a peacock. I don't know. But
story. Go with that.
But something crazy like that where I was like, wow, that sounds like really awesome. In my head, I mean, honestly, I was like, 17, 18? Like I didn't really know what the future of having a job even meant or what a career was, I was just like, I have to pick
40 something and I still don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I have to pick something and I was like, being a social worker does not sound as fun as
this thing with the knives and the dance
tableside, tableside peacock reconstruction sounds way better. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the class. I enjoyed like reading the recipe and learning how you measure things and like the difference between a spatula and a ladle and things that I think are very obvious. I wonder
if you're the only person in the history of home ec who's been so inspired by home ec.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean,
there has to be other people, right?
I've never heard this specific story before, and I'm into it.
You like it? It's really sweet.
So because of that, you shifted your perspective and you were like, wait, I think I might want to cook for a living.
Yeah, I mean,
or go in that general direction.
I learned that culinary school was a thing, which I guess I didn't really like. I'm like the oldest of 2 immigrant parents, so my family had no idea like how to get into college or what that was.
Both of your parents are from Mexico.
Yeah. So I had like I understood.
You had to figure everything out.
I understood through school like, okay, you have to take SATs. I didn't really understand like my parents weren't like make sure you take them. They're really important. Like my parents did not really. Probably still don't know what it really is, to be honest. So
I mean, what really is the SATs? Yeah, but that's a discussion for another time.
When I told my mom I was not going to go to San Francisco State and I was going to not take the SATs and not do any of that and just enroll in culinary school, she didn't really have anything to say. She was like, okay. She was like, I didn't know that was like a real job, but like, go for it. My mom is all like super encouraging, empowering, like whatever you want to do with your life, do it. She doesn't try to like, do any extra controlling. So I was like, if my mom said it's okay, I can't imagine it being like a bad idea, But at that time, I still didn't understand what the job was or like how you actually made money.
So you went to culinary school.
I went to culinary school.
And then was it straight out of the gate of culinary school that you started working at Katsuya? Or like how long did that take?
So my teacher...
The dance go teacher? No, the culinary school teacher. I'm obsessed with her.
I don't remember his name.
His
name was, I don't remember his name, but he had like a salt and pepper thing going on. That's all I remember.
Was he a daddy? Was he
He's
hot?
a zaddy. No.
Yes!
I actually do not even remember what he looks like. But he was like, hey, my roommate is looking for cooks. You need to get a job. Like, you're about to graduate. And he's like, I'm just going to send you over there. And
send you to Katsuya?
Send me to Katsuya.
Okay, so for people who don't know, Katsuya is a restaurant in LA. It's a sushi restaurant, but it's like a club-restaurant.
It's on the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
very sceney.
Very sceney, very hip. Like loud music, like very chic, hip club decor.
The host is like in a whole like little dress and
It's
heels.
dark in there.
Sexy.
It was that whole nouveau sushi thing that I feel like was happening of a certain time, right?
I think it was really popular in LA for sure.
Yeah. People would make a night out of just going to Katsuya.
100%.
Yeah.
I would never just stumble upon and be like, let's go in here.
No.
It's like an event.
It's a thing. Yeah.
People dress. People do their thing.
Yeah. So his roommate was David Lesperon, who was
the chef, right?
The chef.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So you went right into sushi.
I did. Yeah. My first station was called Sushi Back, which is like the entry level like cold station where you're pretty much just like sushi bitch and you just like slice a bunch of radishes for sushi bar, cut a bunch of serranos, all the garnish thingies. That was my job. I like learned how to use a mandolin.
How many times did you cut your tip of your finger off?
I have scars, missing pieces of fingers.
You're like, oops, you might be eating my skin, but whatever.
Yeah.
Congrats.
It was so scary.
So then you end up in the kitchen at Spago?
I end up quitting eventually.
I've heard of Spago.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's a sweet little Austrian man named Wolfgang Puck. People might have heard of him. How is he?
I saw him a few times. Well, that was his office. So I would see him in the building. I think at that point he's probably seen like so much turnover in that kitchen that he didn't even bother to like remember your name. But he would often come around and just like take a peek at the station. That's it.
Show his face.
I mean, he seems lovely. I've met him a few times.
I never had any bad interactions with him.
Well, that's good to know because I don't want his cute little image tarnished in my head. And then you ended up at Providence, which is like a 2 Michelin starred restaurant in Los Angeles by Chef Michael Sumaruski. Like, Wow. Seafood forward.
Yeah, I walked in uninvited with my knives, and I was like, "Can I work here?"
Girl, that takes balls. I love that.
And then he said, "Can you stay right now?" And I was like, "Yes."
Wow. I've got my knives.
And then they were like, "Do you want to work here?" And I was like, yeah. They're like, "Okay, you're hired. You could start tomorrow."
And that place is special, right? They have like a rooftop garden that they use.
Yeah, we have a rooftop garlic. Garlic.
Garlic?
Yeah. Lots of garlic, too. No, we used to, it was like our assigned thing to like take turns taking care of the garden. So every week someone would be in charge of watering it. And if you forgot, you would like, everyone would know that it was you that
you ruined the
fucked
garden.
It up, and now we don't have
bitch.
anything to garnish with. And it's not okay.
But we do have the tips of your fingers. So
right.
Use that.
Yeah. We own those. So.
Yeah. And they have like a live spot prawn aquarium. Because obviously you got to kill it right before you eat it, right? So you got to reach in and get the...
You had to
that
scoop them
so
out.
Fun.
That was so scary. That was one of the scariest things. I think I like cried the first couple times that I did it because you're like in the shits and it's like fire 6 prawns and you're like, okay.
Now I have to go fishing.
And they're like, Yara, go get the 6 prawns. And they're like, the second you like go in with the spider scoop thing, they all start like running around, you know?
Yeah, they know.
And so some of them are also like moms carrying the roe. So you don't want to, you do or you don't, depending on what prawn they wanted.
My God.
Well, then it comes out, right? And it's like a flapping fish. And then you have 6 of them.
Yeah.
Because each person will probably get 1 per order. These are salt baked in a 400 degrees oven. There's like a giant tub of salt in it. You take the prawn. It's like flapping in your hand. All the little hands are you take your scissors while it's alive and then you clip the little legs off. And then you place them on a like silver platter, cover them with salt. Sometimes they're still alive, so they're still kicking. So if you don't do that fast enough, they like kick hot salt on you.
That's gonna they kick off the platter.
God. This is harrowing.
This sounds very 2 Michelin star.
The first time that I did it, I think for like ever, it took me a while to really like live with what I was doing. And I was like, I am a killer. I'm a murderer. And I would always be like, I'm so sorry, prawn.
Wow.
So sorry.
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
service.
Yes. Just like, I didn't want to. They made me.
That
so
is
then,
intense.
Yeah, I mean, what an experience, but how kind of beautiful also.
It was a learning process. I mean, you should see me now.
Oh, yeah. You're
lobsters.
Yeah. Like, you're dead.
Bunnies?
So then you eventually moved to Major Domo. David Chang opened this restaurant.
His first LA restaurant.
Downtown LA. I remember the fanfare
Major
of it.
Domo.
Yes.
At that time, he was, really popular for Mind of a Chef. Even, he had, I think, 40 restaurants already in New York.
The man has an empire.
And it was a big deal for him to open his first LA restaurant. I wanted to kind of take a step out of fine dining, but have a serious, restaurant job still. And I was like, oh, well, David Chang's like really smart. He's on Mind of a Chef. Like, sounds like a really good idea.
Tony Bourdain.
I could do casual things. I could be casual. I signed up to open it with Dave. And it was a ride for sure. And that's how I ended up in New York.
Well, before we talk about how you ended up in New York, you mentioned something, a funny encounter with David Chang.
I did.
Why don't you tell us about that?
I don't think Dave will get mad because he very much acknowledged the situation. It was a bustling Saturday night service, and I really had to go to the bathroom. The bathroom was upstairs in a locker room area. I'm like running up there. I grab the door, I swing it open, and it's just like Dave sitting down, pants down.
Just taking a poop.
And he just like stares at me.
Taking a shit.
I mean,
you lock eyes.
He had to, we locked eyes. We locked eyes. There's
no turning back.
It was a frantic stare for like a second.
You're like, Chef, why didn't you lock the bathroom door?
I was like, if he's not taking a shit, he's peeing sitting down, and that's weird.
Which, yeah, either one.
So I slammed the door closed. I run downstairs and I'm like red. And I just tried to pretend like nothing happened.
But did you then get to go to the bathroom? I'm concerned for your bladder.
I forgot. I went right then and there.
I peed my pants.
Yeah, I didn't even have to go anymore. I was so scared of him coming down. I was like, am I getting fired for this? That was like literally.
Did you ever talk about it?
Yeah. So it's like maybe I thought, okay, so time passes by. We're super busy. I'm like running around. I'm trying to avoid him kind of, but he actually haven't seen him yet. So he eventually comes down and he's like, where's Yara? And I was just like, I'm just like so red. And he's like, hey, everybody, Yara just walked in on me taking a shit. And everyone's just like, what's happening?
That's the way to handle it.
That is the way to clear the elephant in the room.
He was like, there's no way she's not going to repeat this story. So I might as well just like call her out on it now.
I mean, other people in the kitchen must have just, I don't know. He came out of nowhere and he was like, oh.
It was pretty funny.
Yes, chef. And now we can move on.
He was scrolling.
That is absolutely the way to handle it.
I love it. I love that David Chang just, shits
owned
where
it.
everybody shits.
He
There's no
he doesn't have a special
hierarchy.
bathroom.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I read that you ended up getting a little disillusioned.
Yeah.
With cooking or with LA? What was the deal? Because then
it was definitely cooking. I never ever had thoughts of leaving LA whatsoever at all. I was just tired. I was so tired. I was 25. I was
25 and exhausted.
Drinking a lot, doing all the drugs.
Kitchen culture, man.
And I was like maybe a little depressed, but I didn't know if I was. And I was like, what am I doing? I was like, I tried the Michelin thing. It was so hard, so tiring. And I tried to do this casual thing, but I was like upset that people didn't have like the same attention to detail, or that, I guess I was used to all this like very like dialed in culture, detail oriented, organized, like all the time. And I thought that was going to happen, but we were doing like 500 covers a night, like it was, I would walk in and I didn't prep any of my station. I was just kind of like manpower. And I was like, this isn't really what I want to do.
So did you talk to Dave about this? Or did he see it and then he suggested you go, hey, why don't you go to New York and go cook at Momofuku Ko?
Yeah, I just quit. I quit, and I guess somebody told him that I quit. This is a true story. He called me and he said, I am flying into LA right now. Meet me at the Nomad Hotel.
Wow. I
need to talk to you.
Wow.
And yeah, like I got a text message from him. And I was like, what? This is crazy. Yeah. And it's so funny. I started working at a wheat shop instead.
What a pivot.
Yeah.
So how did he convince you to go to New York? Or he was just like, here's what I think you should do. And you're like,
that sounds like an inspiring little pep talk, I think, that kind of stuck with me for a couple
David
months.
Chang.
Honestly, when I went into the conversation being like, there's nothing you can tell me. We had like a little bit of a dynamic. I don't know if he
once you see a man shitting, it's,
I think that we had a little bit of like I wasn't the nicest to him, but I just did my job head down and, and I think that he liked that because everybody was like,
you weren't like
Dave.
worshiping or afraid of him.
Dave. Yeah. And also I didn't make as much as mistakes as everybody did. Like everyone's like, sorry, I'm going to toot my horn.
I was better than everybody else. And also, I was better than everybody else.
So that's why he ought to. Yeah, people talk about him being a monster and getting yelled at and things like that. And it's like, I mean, yes, a little bit, but you probably did something. He wasn't just running around always yelling at people. You probably did something, and maybe the yelling was a little bit excessive, but also just if this is your career, take it with a grain of salt and move on. Don't let it get to you. You there's just overall life choice. You need to let go of what he says. He doesn't dictate your mood for the rest of your life.
So how did you change your mind to be like, okay, maybe I will stay in kitchens?
I was I missed cooking in the kitchen. I didn't take this offer. So he hits me up and he's like, I think you need to see other things. I think you need to get out of this environment. I think you should go to New York. And I was sharing with him that I missed fine dining, but I also didn't know if I could do it yet. And he was like, I have 2 Michelin restaurant, Momofuku Ko. And I think you should go work there. And
you're like, no, I work in the weed store now.
Yeah, I was like,
I have a job.
I just cool. Hitting my pen. No, I was like, I'll think about it. And then 3 months went by. I didn't, reach out to him at all. And I just kind of sat there one day and I was like, well, no one has really offered me anything else. And I was in that situation where I was like, I don't want it to be one of those things where I was like, what if I would have, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what if? I really hate that feeling. It gives me like anxiety. I think that's why I'm very impulsive. I'm like, I'm gonna just do it. So he let me stay at this place we called the Momofuku apartment, where like if chefs were traveling from like, you know, he had restaurants in Australia and Canada at that time, they could stay there. And yeah, I kind of just got like a free pass.
Amazing.
East Village apartment. That's what I thought New York life was going to be. East Village apartment, walk to Co, you know. I was like, wow, everyone's so like professional here. And I worked at Co. I met Sean Gray, who was the chef at the time. I was like, this is like just such a cool place, you know. It was so serious. Everybody wanted to work at Co at that time. There was just like, it was impossible to even get, you know, a trail.
It was also impossible to get a reservation. I mean, we remember one of the times that I came to visit Judith, all we would do was plan our eating. And we went to Co. And like I have very vivid memories of that egg dish with the caviar and the chicken nugget and like just the room, you know, that counter. And it was so special.
It was a special event.
Very special. It's one of the only restaurants that I've ever worked at where you were able to interact with the guests directly. Like you were like searing a fish and you were like,
yeah, you're cooking right in front of people.
Hi,
yes.
This is your second course. It's like 6 fish or sizzling. Thank you, bye, you know? And it was just so exciting and thrilling and exhilarating. And there was just so much to do. Like all of the best cooks worked there. Even a prep cook had to know how to slice a fish, you know, bake bread, desserts, like not things that everybody knows how to do as a prep cook.
So would you say that took your skills up a whole bunch of notches?
100%.
Yeah. How long did you work there?
I worked there for a year.
Okay.
So I worked there for a year. I didn't quit. This was like the 2020 world shutdown.
That whole thing.
That thing that happened.
We remember that thing.
That one time when we were all going to die. We were all
that
deceased.
little thing called the pandemic. It's so crazy because, you know, we talk to chefs and people in the industry and everybody seems to have had a pivot. It affected everyone. And for you were doing a bunch of pop-ups and then took the CDC, your first CDC position, chef de cuisine at Zilonen, which I loved because I lived in Williamsburg at the time and I used to go there all the time. But before that, you were never cooking Mexican food. You were never cooking the food of your people until the pandemic kind of forced you into these pop-ups.
100%. That's exactly what happened. I guess I never had the chance to. No one ever asked me, what do you want to cook or what do you want to make? I mean, yeah, maybe they did for like family meal and every now and then. I used to run Co Bar. So it was like the secret little entrance you would go through for the dining room. It was 10 seats. The menu was handwritten every day by all of us. It could be whatever the person that was running Co Bar wanted. So it was actually my job there to create different dishes, but they had to be in the style of Co, right? So like pickles, a lot of Korean ingredients, you know,
Didn't
techniques.
they do the whole cold fried chicken thing there?
Yeah, they did the cold fried chicken. Right. It was like super cool. And I started to kind of practice creativity there, but it wasn't about me or what I really wanted. It was about Co and what would work in that space. So I think when I finally got the chance to do it, it just like naturally came out. That's what came out.
So
in the crisis moment, this is what you produce.
Yeah, exactly.
And your pop-ups were blowing up, and it's through those pop-ups that eventually you met the partners of Rolo's that then asked you to be partner in what is now Hellbender.
Yay.
Yes,
Yay.
which leads you to now.
Which brings us to this moment. Yes.
Great.
And we're going to come back to Hellbender.
Please.
Because first I want to talk about like your Mexican parents and living in LA and living in the Valley and like how did that inform the way you ate growing up? What did you eat? What were you?
You know, I never felt so Mexican until I left LA.
Really?
Yeah. I was just like, everyone's like, you know, we're all Valley kids are like kind of Mexican already because it's like all the food that there is there, you know. Everyone in my school was either, you know, Latino or Filipino. It was very small. There wasn't a lot of demographic. You could get away with never speaking English if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about how special that was because I just kind of saw myself as like everybody else is like this. So when I came here, I really missed that. I missed the food. I missed the people. I missed the valley. I never thought I would say that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I also read
the valley you're describing is way better than the valley I experienced, maybe?
It's probably not.
I mean, but the Mexican food is so pervasive. There's taco trucks everywhere.
100%.
And that didn't, up until recently, which it's becoming more a part of New York, but like that wasn't really a thing. I remember when I moved here and couldn't find a
it's
great
nice to
taco.
see a lot more now in the last 5 years. I feel New York has really bumped up the Mexican food.
But I read a quote from you that you said you didn't see your culture as a path to success. Why do you think that was?
I think that I was out of culinary school and straight into working for, these very praised chefs, and Mexican food was never brought up. Nobody was like, we're making a salsa today for this dish. At that time, French food was like top tier of the type of food that was considered, fine
Classy,
dining.
elegant, fine dining, worthy elegant. Of stars.
And my memories of like the Valley and Mexico were like street food, like sitting on the street. My grandpa was a pig farmer, so he would raise pigs, and then if it was like your quinceañera or your wedding, he would like kill it like on our front yard and then just like cook it for you and like show up, so to me I was like
yum.
I mean, now maybe we have like different perspective too now, where we have more eyes on like all these different techniques and different cultures, and they're also put in the same level as like French cuisine. And I think French food is great and awesome and lovely and has taught us
but
so
it's
much.
not the end all be all.
Right, exactly. And I think in that time that was my perspective.
Where are your parents from in Mexico?
My mom is from Jalisco and my dad is from the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mexico City. Amazing. Do you go back?
I do. I go back often. I try to. I was there twice already this year.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
How fun. So now you're trying to bring these ingredients that, again, another quote from you, that seem to have lost their value, and you're trying to balance heritage with innovation in your own restaurant.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about your restaurant. Let's talk about Hellbender in Ridgewood in Queens, which also I think is like one of the coolest names of a restaurant ever.
Thank you.
And it's a salamander?
It's a salamander. You want to know something funny? So we had like a...
Yes, we do.
It was so hard to come up with this name, right? Because my business partners, love them. They're awesome. We're very different people. They are dads.
Oh.
They're married or divorced. And I'm just, straight out of LA making random shit. So our dynamic is so different. And when we were sitting down having these meetings, everyone just had so many opinions, I think we wrote down like 100 names. We call it the vision quest, where if you're vision questing, no one's allowed to say anything bad about what you're saying while vision quest light is on. After that, then everyone can shine in.
Okay, that's garbage. Which is how you end up with 100 names.
Exactly. Exactly. We had to narrow it down, though. I think the method works. And I had previously saved the Instagram Hellbender NYC when I started doing pop-ups, because I was like,
the forethought.
And what's really funny? It wasn't really that I named it after the salamander to begin with. I kind of was inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my!
And now people know.
Shit.
Wait, really?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Airbender. I'm an Airbender. I'm an Aquarius.
Cute.
And I was like, Hellbender sounds. It's not like what Airbender is, but it's like just the thought behind being able to manipulate what hell would be, I guess, and turning it around and making it positive.
So great.
That's a badass name.
Actually, really, I don't think I ever told my business partners that, because I don't think they knew who Avatar was.
Oh, wow.
But it was also, a really cool salamander that actually is found in New York and a lot of areas on the East Coast.
Oh, damn. I'm going to Google this salamander.
Yeah, it's really ugly.
Okay, cute.
We try to
with
make
a
it
name
cute
like
for the
that.
logo. I know.
that.
It's like giant. It's like slimy. Yeah, so
Hellbender it was.
we couldn't get to the bottom of it, and the defining factor was like, well, I already have Hellbender
I have the
NYC
Instagram.
saved.
Done.
And everyone just looked at him. They're like, fine, it could just be that, you know? They were like, it sounds cool. At that time, we were also opening a bar concept.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about that because you had a big pivot. When you first opened, it was called Hellbender Nighttime Cafe, right?
Yes.
And it was mainly a bar.
Yes.
That was supposed to...
Tell me all about it.
That had snacks and food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a few months in, they realized this isn't working as this. And why was that? It's because your food was selling more than the drinks, right?
Yeah. It's also, one of those crazy pathways that I think a lot of people don't talk about, pivoting what you initially thought was going to be the concept, opening and realizing the people are reacting to the place differently than you thought they were. Not necessarily negative, but things just weren't what we thought they were going to be.
And how did that make you feel? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
100%. The whole thing, I think, was that I initially got approached to open a restaurant. We, ran some numbers, made a fake profit and loss sheet.
Had you ever done anything like that before?
In school a little bit. And I think because of pop-ups, I understood financials a little bit, but I didn't understand a lot of contracts and, different certificates of operation, things like that, the fire department, all these crazy things. All of that was new to me, but I understood, some type of budgeting and how to make money because I was only making money off of pop-ups for a while.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about just how the pivot came.
Oh, the pivot. Okay. Yeah. So we were like, it's going to be, okay. So they were like, hey, Yara, I know we told you that we wanted to open a restaurant, but we think a bar would make more money because of this, X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
There isn't a place like this in the neighborhood, la, 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 all these things. In my head, I was like, okay, well, I didn't really sign up for this, but I feel like this is a really good opportunity for me to learn how to open a business, which is something that I have no idea how to actually do apart from, using other people's buildings. And so I should just take it. And I was like, maybe also the fact that there isn't so much pressure behind the food will help me, pay more attention to all these other things that I have to learn. So I was like, let's do it. That sounds, and I was also just so kind of I don't know, what do they call it? Bushy-tailed.
Bright-eyed.
You're like, yeah,
what's something a little bit naive, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I didn't question a lot of things because I was just so excited that, the owners of Rolo's wanted to partner up with me. They were super respected. They had worked in Gramercy Tavern for years. Yeah. They were so great at operations, and their restaurant was my favorite restaurant at the time. So I was just happy to be a part of the team, I think. And I didn't really think about what a situation I was putting myself in, how much of myself and my culture was going into this, and how I should have questioned a lot of things more and set a lot more, boundaries, standards, really think a lot of other things.
But then it worked in your favor, right? Because then the whole bar concept pivoted. They kind of dropped the nighttime cafe and you did a revamp and it became a restaurant because your food was killing it.
Yeah.
How did that feel? Yeah, right?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Accidentally. Sorry, I'm important. It was great. I mean, it's what I think every chef wants and shoots for. It was also hard for me to not want to do more with food because I felt so just stuck a little bit. I was like, I can't just make the same menu over and over again. And it's only 9 items, and there's no, it was very delicious, well executed, but there's no thought between I don't know, different plating, or it was so dark in there. So it's it wasn't you can really play around with colors or, a lot of different ingredients. People weren't there to people were there to eat a fish sandwich. They weren't there to eat an entree or something like that, which I missed that. And I didn't think about that when I made the decision to open a bar. I was just oh, I can do it.
But now they are.
Yeah.
Now they are. I mean, let's talk about your menu. You're using ingredients from local farms. You're using heirloom corn and...
Yeah, Sobremasa. So I shortly worked at Sobremasa while I was waiting for... I was doing pop-ups and helping
all
with
over
them.
the place.
Yeah.
Yes, I did a lot. I haven't slept in years. I really haven't. I learned so much from Zach and Diana, the two owners, of, the importance of heirloom corn and preserving varietals that are native to Mexico that have been dying out because, in America we like processed corn and chibo things.
Processed beans.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely.
And processed beans. That's correct. Add that to the list. So for me, that was really important. I think that one thing that made me feel a little bit of like guilt was I was like, oh my God, I'm opening a Mexican restaurant and all these people in Mexico are still living in a third world country and in poverty, And I was like, I don't think that people here think about that a lot. They're just like, oh, cool, I'm getting tacos. Like, oh my God, guacamole. And it is that, but it's like, what are you doing for the real culture that might actually just like die soon? Like, what are you going to remember from them? Or are you just going to remember the guacamole? So it's been a big mission of mine to find ways to give money back to Mexico. And I think one way that I am doing that and I have really prioritized is just strictly heirloom corn products. So Soramasa provides that and imports them personally to their Bushwick tortilleria.
That's amazing.
That's so
Did your
cool.
parents cook when you were growing up?
Not really. I mean, yeah, they did, but like...
But did you eat strictly Mexican food like in the home?
Yeah, 100%. It's like beans and rice. I started saying that I don't like beans, even though I did, but I just didn't want to eat them anymore because they were just like every day. Right. Yeah. And then I like tricked myself for years that I didn't like beans, and then one day like had them again, and I was like, oh my God, I love beans.
This.
Yeah.
Beans and rice is the best.
It is.
I mean, your menu is obviously it's super true to you, but it's so playful. And I mean, the whole restaurant, the music's loud. There's energy in that room. I mean, I had a beautiful aguachile and the most amazing pork ribs that were like crispy and tender and like, just so good. And then you ended up getting recently that 2-star review in the Times. How did that feel? Were you petrified or were you?
I got the call. Okay. I used to have, since I came to New York and I learned about who P. Walsh was, and it was at Co too, because I remember everyone was like freaking out, like P. Walsh is here, blah, blah, blah. I used to have dreams that he would come to my restaurant and I would not be wearing shoes. And that they'd be like, Pete Walsh is here. And then that I would look at him and he would just look straight at my feet. And that he'd be like, oh, if she can't even wear shoes, like she can't even cook, you know?
That's crazy that was
it was like, it was my anxiety
barefoot
tree.
in the kitchen.
Yeah, like if you can't do the little things.
Where your dance goes.
Yeah, Chef Frederick.
Wow. That's very specific.
It was very specific. So I was eating tacos, ironically, at the time that I got the call that we were being reviewed by the New York Times. So they don't tell you what you're going to get. They're just like, you're being reviewed by the New York Times. Please let us know when we come in for photos and an interview. And I put the phone down and I just started crying because I was so... overwhelmed.
The culmination.
Yeah. It was like half, like, I can't believe that I am getting reviewed. Like, I just cannot believe it.
There's so many restaurants in New York, and they picked you.
And the other one was, I just am so scared about what this is going to be.
This is amazing and also terrifying.
Yeah. One of the last, Melissa Clark articles that I wrote was like, or that I read was, is the French Laundry still worth it or not? Something like that. And it was Melissa Clark that reviewed us. Okay. I had seen her 4 times in the restaurant.
Oh, so yeah, that's nerve-wracking.
So I just knew. I saw her, once. Right when we opened, she didn't really come back. Then we saw her again when we had the whole pivot switch. And I was like, that's Melissa Clark. We saw her way after, I think she was already closed out. Saw her again 2 weeks later. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't see her for a little bit. And we're like, is she going to come in or not? Does she just like it here? Because that's cool too.
Happening?
Yeah. This is her spot. I was like, I'll take that. And then we saw her again in brunch. And shortly after, I got the call and they were like, you're getting reviewed. And I think it was 10 days after the interview that the article would come out. So I just didn't know what she was going to say.
It was great.
It was so
great.
good.
Everybody at home, Google it. Go read it.
Did you check to make sure you were wearing shoes every time you saw her? You were like, okay, I'm wearing my shoes.
Yes, I did. I was like, okay, wake up, put my shoes on.
Yeah. Wow. Did they
amazing.
was there any heads up that it's like, okay, tomorrow it's going to be.
They let you know when it.
So it wasn't like, surprise.
She was honestly, like, I spoke on the phone with her and she was just so lovely to talk to. And then in my head, I was like, is this reverse psychology? Am I just pretending to be
She's
nice
lulling me into a false sense of security.
No, but she mentioned asked for a better review.
Yeah, she mentioned your pork ribs. She mentioned your shrimp tacos. What's your favorite dish on the menu?
I love the aguachile. I'm like a big sushi girl.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got that in your blood, too.
I never ate sushi before I actually worked at Ketsuya.
Oh, I love that.
So I think that like left such an imprint on me of things I would have never tried if I never worked there. Like, never had miso soup before. You know, my parents did not go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I love the aguachile. I love all the jellos. It's like
you do jello. That's so cool.
Tell me about the jello
of the day.
Yeah, my mom on her birthdays always has like a cake and a jello.
Okay.
And I love jello. So it just started out as a silly little thing where I was like, oh, let's run like a fun dessert, you know? And I was like playing around with the ingredients and I'm like, wow, there's so many different ones that we can make. So we just started making a different one all the time. And I think now we get excited. Recently, my sous chef has been taking over it. She is so good at pastry. So she's
What's her name? Shout her out.
Her name is Caroline. Shout out to CJ.
What's up, Caroline?
She crushes it. She has lots of ideas all the time.
She's the head of Jello now.
Executive Jello maker.
I love
Put that on the resume.
Don't find many Jellos.
No.
On restaurant menus.
Exactly.
Okay, well, you may notice that I'm holding a bottle of mezcal.
I see.
So we're gonna play a little drinking game real quick. All right.
Let's do it.
Before because you've had that beer and I've had some sake. So let's keep this rolling. This is going to be, and I'll join you. Do you want to join? You want a little sippy sip?
Sure, a little, like a halfie.
Okay. So kind of just like a few trivia questions just about, Mexican food. So if you get them wrong, that sucks.
Oh my
you
God.
fail.
Oh my God. I'm nerve-wracked. Is that what this? Do you say that?
No pressure. I'm nerve-wracked.
Nerve-wracked.
Well, if I lose, at least I'll learn something, right?
There you go. That's a beautiful way to look at it.
Really?
Give her the full one.
And I'll get
that's a half-Z one. And okay, so if you get it right, actually you drink, because that's the good thing. If you get it wrong, you have to eat a spoonful of ketchup because you told me you hate ketchup. So,
I'm gonna throw up.
She does a deep dive and she's like,
this is an evil game.
Okay, well, hopefully you get them all right. All right, here we go.
Simsky, this is evil.
No, this is fun.
Okay.
This is fun, right?
Where did you get these
Talk
questions?
about lulling you into a false sense of security.
Cheers, Yara. All right, you've worked with bold flavors and Latin culinary roots. Which of these is not a traditional use of achiote paste? Okay. A marinade for conchinita pibil, a coloring agent in cheddar cheese, an ingredient in mole negro, or a rub for grilled chicken, which is not a use.
An ingredient in mole negro.
Cheers! Yay! Drink! Cheers!
Oh my God!
Got it right.
This is why it's evil.
I was really nervous.
All right, just take. You don't have to do the whole shot. No, you can take a sippy sip.
Okay.
True or false, Cali girl? If you want to do the whole shot, do the whole shot. A California burrito always includes what? A California burrito.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, well, you're East Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say rice. So fries or rice?
You
Is
tell
it rice
me,
or rice?
chef. A California burrito. That's what it's called. Always has this in it.
I'm going to say rice.
Wrong answer. It's fries.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, French fries?
Yeah,
always
French
has
fries.
French fries in it. Yes, it's
Wait,
a very
what?
yep.
It is.
Here you go, chef.
What? Are you guys
Stick that
yanking my
ketchup in your
chain?
mouth.
This is so evil.
All right, well, you better get the next one right.
Can I just lick it?
Sure,
Yeah.
you can just give a little
You know what?
lick.
You can.
That
Wow,
was
she
not
really hates
even.
ketchup.
You really hate ketchup.
Okay, give it back to me. That's as mean.
Okay, just a touch. Okay,
I did
fine.
not even
No, we're
touch
not.
it.
No, forget
Like,
that.
come on this show and secretly get tortured.
I'm so sorry. Okay, there's only 2 more questions.
Okay.
Actually, 3. What is the traditional name for the Mexican corn fungus delicacy, sometimes called the corn truffle?
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
La coche.
Yeah. Drink.
Woo!
Cheers.
I'm going to do this shot of ketchup.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Would you do it if it had beans?
Maybe. Ooh.
A shot of beans.
You know, sometimes when you have the barbecue and the ketchup gets into the beans, I'm not mad at it.
Right? I mean, I don't mind ketchup.
Okay.
Which fermented beverage is made from pineapple peels, sugar, cinnamon, and popular in Mexican cuisine?
Tepache.
Cheers! Drink! You got it right.
Woo! I know more than I thought.
Okay. Phew, I'm so relieved.
Okay, which of these chefs was not born in Latin America?
Oh my God.
Gaston Ocario, Daniela Soto Innes, Aaron Sanchez, Enrique Olvera.
Aaron Sanchez.
Correct. He was born in El Paso, Texas.
Yes, I met him once.
Drink up. I'm friends with his brother, Rod.
Oh my God, cute. Hi, Ron.
You're not drinking. Are we drinking?
Strict.
I'm very strict.
This is a strict show.
Okay, there's one more question. All right. The hip-hop song Tamale. Who sings or who is the artist of the song Tamale? Tamale, 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 tamale.
I really don't know that one.
I mean, she did such a good job.
Yeah.
You don't know?
No.
All right,
Who sings this?
It's Tyler, the Creator.
Oh my God.
More ketchup
Wow.
for you.
He is from Cal. Can you eat my ketchup?
I'm just going to
You
waft
don't have
it in your
to.
direction.
Sniff it.
Yeah.
All right, I hope we're a little bit more buzzed. I do want to talk about one more thing before we close it out. But your hatred of ketchup is
that's
really
intense.
intriguing. You recently did for Resi a dinner with Martha Stewart.
I did.
Whoa!
What is she really like? Tell us.
We're Yartha now.
Oh my God.
Yartha.
Yes. Matching tattoos and everything.
I love it.
Honestly, I think she's just like any billionaire
Okay.
that you would kind of expect. You know, I mean, she's a rich lady and just happens.
She's a household name.
Someone just called her and was like, hey, you want to cook with this random girl at a restaurant called Hellbender in Queens? You know, I can only imagine what like she was thinking.
You saying she's a rich lady? Is that code for she's bitchy?
She's a diva. She's a diva.
But I mean,
Okay.
as she should be. If someone's going to be a diva in the culinary world.
It's gonna be Martha. She deserves it. I'm gonna say that.
Sure.
Was she fun to work with?
I wish we would have worked a little more together. I think she had a very strong personality and she had a lot of opinions.
Okay. That's to be expected, I think. We've seen the documentary.
Yes.
Right?
You've seen the documentary.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we, get on a phone call and I'm like, hey, Martha.
Yo,
we
what's
should
up?
We should be Yartha. No, we should do, an agua fresca. And she kind of just like paused and she was like, we're doing a lemonade.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm sending my
love
lemons.
that.
They're the best. They're seedless. She shipped us 2 cases of the most beautiful lemons I've ever seen.
lemons.
Okay. What other insights did she have on this menu?
It was hard for me to like also pick things. I think we've seen Martha's recipes, but you're like, how can I make this hellbendery?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what can I do? So
Did it work? What'd you do?
we took one of her roasted chicken recipes, and we paired it with like a pipián verde, which is like a green pepita mole.
Yum.
So we tried to like keep it fun in those ways where I was like, how can I just take one recipe from her that doesn't have to be like super manipulated and it's just Martha
And make it your own.
and make it
Yeah.
fun and like have Martha be happy about it.
Don't want to
I don't wanna
upset
And
Martha
also please,
Stewart.
Martha.
Like,
Wow, that's a tightrope walk.
Yeah.
She walks into Hellbender, she's like, 2 margaritas. One for me and one for my bestie.
Okay.
AKA my banker.
Wow.
It was really cute though. She brought like her best girlfriend. They sat down.
And they started drinking margaritas right off
away.
the bat.
Right away, yeah. Doors were like,
Okay.
it was like 2 hours before service even started.
Amazing.
I mean, I'm sad I
her
missed
helicopter had just touched down.
that. Right.
Yeah, her helicopter.
Yeah.
She was glowing. She was like, I have a bunch of tulips that I brought from my garden, but they will not go with this decor. So I'm just
Okay.
going to leave them in there.
Cool. I'm glad she didn't try to,
Yeah,
force
I mean,
the
Yeah, but
tulips.
she like fresh cut them. I was like, this is just so Martha.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you're watching like a legend at work.
exactly.
Fresh
I mean, I
cut
was
tulips.
like, I didn't know what to say, when she
Yeah.
was finally in the building. They were like,
Your
okay,
Majesty.
Yara, so here's Martha. Yeah, exactly. I was like, thank you so much for being here.
Wow.
Amazing. What a time. What a career trajectory. I mean, look at this. Look at that.
100%.
Crazy.
Thank you, home ec.
Yeah, right?
Thank you, Miss Frederick.
Thank you, Miss
Right?
Frederick.
Dance
Led
shows.
to this. Wow. All right, so we have two more quick segments. We have the segment that we like to air our grievances, right? It's
The airing of
do you know how to do an
grievances.
air horn? You're Latin, of course. There, yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
I think that might have been one of the best air
That was
horns.
one of the most original ones. Of course you know how to do one. So this is a segment we like to call I Don't Fuck With That.
Wow.
So I really want you to talk about some shit that pisses you off in this
what do
industry
you
we
not
love so much.
fuck with?
Judith, go first.
Okay. If it's not Heinz ketchup, there's something wrong with your restaurant.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, come on.
That is Heinz.
I mean,
Okay.
it's the gold ribbon of ketchup. Like, why? Like, if you're homemade ketchup, like, no, thank you.
You're not-
It's disgusting. Like, I want fucking Heinz ketchup. I want all the preservatives. I want
Yes.
this is.
Yes.
It's like Coca-Cola, right?
I
If
got-
you're into
yep.
Coca-Cola or
That's
Pepsi,
it. There's
like,
nothing else.
Fuck you.
I don't want your off-brand. Cola or
Cola. No,
ketchup.
I want fucking Heinz ketchup. What's so hard?
That's it. You can't be approved
She likes
upon.
what she likes.
That's
right.
Mine this week is tell me when the kitchen is closing. I need the servers to tell me when the kitchen is closing. I recently was at a bar.
Wait,
and-
because you're going out late night all the time?
No, I'm not. I'm old. But I was recently at a place and we were handed the food menu. And it took us a good 10, 15 minutes. And then by the time we were like, oh, we're ready to order food, he's like, oh, the kitchen's closed. And I'm like, what?
That's just bad
No, that's not okay.
service. What?
And if it's near that time,
Right. Like,
tell us when
hey,
we walk in.
you've got
Hey,
like
you have-
7 minutes.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
limited
heads
time.
up.
Get that
They're
order
going to
in.
be pissed. But
I was upset. I was very upset. I was hungry. I needed
Oh,
that cushion
man.
because I'd been drinking. It really pissed me
Boo.
off. Yara, what do you have?
This is more of a owner manager
Oh, yeah.
perspective.
Go for it.
But I hate no call, no shows.
Oh,
my God. I think anyone does.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
In
You're
any
rude.
industry,
You're
but
rude.
especially in the restaurant that you work at, where you know everyone's gonna have a hard day on a Saturday if you don't show up.
Yeah.
Make something up.
Make anything up.
Say your
My
dog
dog
died.
ate my
Right.
leg.
My dog ate my knives. I
Exactly.
can't come
My
in.
dog ate my knives.
No
I
call,
can't
no
come to
like
work.
that is so
People really
You
do
just,
that,
like,
huh?
leave
Rude.
people hanging. It's just I will never like you
No.
again.
No.
Like
You're-
I have
you're
forever.
dead to me.
You're actually dead to me.
Yeah.
rip.
And this is the last time I will talk about you. You know who you are.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, this is real specific. I love it.
But
No,
you
that's
know,
terrible.
It's just uncool.
No,
it's very
unprofessional.
much
very,
it's
very
rude.
all of those things.
And they're not just like it's not just to you. You're leaving your whole team.
It's to the team.
Right.
Yeah.
We
You can't come back
counted
from
on
that.
You.
It's fucked
We
up.
counted on you.
Yeah.
We don't appreciate that. All right, last segment. We've got a quick fire for you. We're gonna just shoot off a bunch of questions. First thing that comes to your
Oh
head.
my god.
Okay. Wrap this up.
Dun, dun, dun,
All
dun,
right. Here we go.
dun.
Who in New York makes the best taco besides you?
Oh my god. I really like El Chato tacos right now.
Where's that?
Where?
Shout them
It's
out.
in Greenpoint.
Okay, great.
Okay. write
Best
that
New
down.
York City neighborhood for dining.
Ooh, Ridgewood.
Ridgewood, Queens. Okay, East Coast, West Coast, In-N-Out or Shake Shack?
In and out forever.
Oh,
Fight me.
Tupac or Biggie?
Oh my god, Tupac.
Okay,
It's my
West
boy. It's on my screensaver, but
Okay.
it's gonna be again now. The one with him in the bathtub.
Food that you think you cook the best?
Mexican food.
A specific dish?
A specific one. I gotta say, you make really good ceviches.
Hell yeah. Your kitchen hype song.
Oh my god, we have so many. You know what it is right now?
What?
Sexy Red. Babe, I love you. You my everything.
Keep going.
I'm getting a little hype.
Okay, a tool in the kitchen that you can't live without.
A spoon.
Okay. What is your drink of choice? Your cocktail of choice?
I'm a dirty martini girl. Gin.
Nice.
Yes.
Gin, dirty martini. Love it. Favorite slice in New York?
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
I really like Lit Industry.
L'Industry
As
is
the
so great.
just
Shout
a
out Nick and
slice.
Massimo.
Yeah, let's
Hell
go.
yeah,
I love
so good.
decades, but I can't just get a slice, you know? So if it's just a slice, I'm going to Lit Industry.
I like
Best
the
bagel.
specificity.
Favorite bagel?
I like Frankel's bagels.
Oh, in Green. Yeah, Frankel's is great. Guilty pleasure,
Guilty.
which we don't
I
really
never
believe
feel
in. But
guilty.
no,
Yeah.
great.
I eat like 2 pints of ice cream at a time.
Yes.
There's
Okay.
this spot called the Window ice cream window in Richwood. It's only open Saturdays and Sundays.
Take me there.
You gotta.
I'm also an ice cream fiend.
Just get in the line. It's worth it.
Favorite stony or drunk snack?
I mean, I eat pizza like every single day of my life.
As you should, as a proper New Yorker.
Yeah, I just maybe that's why I haven't left New York.
The pizza.
Yeah.
The pizza.
I mean, that's a good reason.
You can't
if
get
you're
a
gonna have a
slice
reason,
in LA.
it's a good reason.
You know, Domino's was my pizza in LA, and I was like, this is the best pizza ever. I still get it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, thin crust with jalapeno and bacon is my order at Domino's. It comes down to it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if you weren't a chef, what would you be?
I would be an astronaut.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
How do you relax or unwind when you're not working?
I do Pilates and yoga.
Amazing.
It's my healthy dealing with stress thing.
It's a healthy way to deal with stress.
What would be your last meal on earth?
In-N-Out.
Okay.
Hey,
She's an In-N-Out girl. Are you an animal style girl? Or
I don't
like...
do animal style. I'm a number 2 with grilled onions, cheese fry, and a pink lemonade.
Okay, there you have
Extra
it.
toast on the bun.
Hell yeah. And the best thing that you've put in your mouth recently, shout out some restaurant or a dish or something you had somewhere that you're like, damn, that's
I'm
fire.
a really big fan of Claude.
Oh, that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
Claude is great.
Josh hired me to majordomo. Fun fact. So he was the only person I actually knew in New York when I came here. He tried to find girlfriends for me, which is really cute. But apart from him being an amazing person, I just think the food is so delicious. I come from Richwood to there to just have.
Well, let's make
dinner.
a date. Let's all go to Claude.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while.
Yeah,
Since
we need to go back.
One of their, like, in their first month.
Yeah, it was really early on.
Yeah, we need to go back.
Okay, let's do it.
Can we have a girl date at Claude?
Yeah.
Can we
Okay.
get dressed
It's a deal.
Because I never get to
Ooh,
dress
Yes.
we love to
Put on a heel. Dress up.
I don't know how to walk in here,
I don't know.
but I'm going to put them on.
I love it. Let's make a date. Yo, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for being. I feel like we have so much more stuff to talk
No,
about.
seriously.
But, shout out your socials, where people can find you, how they can follow you.
Obviously, a Hellbender.
Yeah, come to Hellbender. I'm there every day.
Thank you for giving us your time today on your day off.
Exactly, my one day off.
Thank you.
No, I love. What do they say? If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, they say that.
True.
They say that.
You can find me at Yara Herrera Yara on Instagram and at Hellbender NYC. That's it.
Amazing.
Thank
Thanks
you
for being
so
here.
much.
We're due. I need to come back in again, and you have to go.
I haven't been.
and
I'm
do
so
we have
excited.
beans?
Yeah.
Actually, some of the best beans, I would say.
There you go.
Oh, but they're fancy. I mean, okay, no, okay,
Come
I'm
on,
down. I'm
Yara's
down. I'm down.
making the beans. They're gonna
I'm
be
super
good.
down.
You
Let's do
know,
it.
It's just, you can just get a bowl of refried beans. They're just like black beans.
Yeah.
But they're just
Okay,
like,
but I'm gonna want one of everything.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Just so you know.
Sweet.
Just,
Okay,
just
great.
FYI.
Yeah.
We're coming in.
Bring some
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Thank you.
Y'all, thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you today. Go check out our socials. We are Put It In My Mouth Pod, website, Instagram, TikTok. I don't really keep up with that. I need an assistant to do the TikTok.
Okay.
Sounds hard.
Yeah. And if you like what you're seeing and want to contribute, we will take your money because this is completely self-funded. So feel free to donate to keep this shit going.
$5?
$5.
$500?
$500.
$5,000.
$5,000. We'll take it. Anyway, until next time, go forth, put it in your mouth. I'm Lala.
I'm Judith.
We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. Yo, I have to pee so bad. Oh my God, so good.
That was
Thank you.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is, I like it. What, I like it.
Put It In My Mouth podcast is recorded in New York City at WTF Studios and hosted by Lala Zimsky and Judith Basich. It's produced by myself, Lala Zimsky, and entirely self-funded. So if you would like to support or sponsor an episode, please reach out to putitinmymouthpod@gmail.com. We would love to take your money. You can also support us on all socials across the board at Put It In My Mouth Pod. Our intro and outro segments were created by Tyler Milliron. Our theme music was composed by Javier Dunn. Our editor is Saeem Asif. Please leave a review. It means the world to us and helps us get seen. Thanks for listening.